morning, Dubai. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show, where we go through all of the trending stories. Our top stories for you today. The missing girl in Sharjah has been found unharmed.
We'll also be talking about victims of the Barsha fire, thank Dubai authorities for their prompt response.
Another huge win for Dubai real estate. Dubai's most expensive townhouse has sold for 35 million dirham.
Ooh, and a digital artist has reimagined Dubai as Pandora, the world of Avatar.
And Simran sat down with a fairly big cast and has a scoop for us.
Yes, sat down with Alia, Bhatt, Ranbir Kapoor, Ayan, Mukherjee, and they told us why they skipped Dubai for Brahmastra Part 1 Shiva promotions. So more on that after all the news stories. But
good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
And
you. And Shahir and Ali. You know what? Good morning to most people. I started my day so happy. Can I tell you why?
Why, Casey?
Because we got shared this really cute video of a stray cat being saved on Palm Jumeirah, and I posted it and I was thinking, what a good, cute story to start the day with, right?
Yeah.
Like, who's going to not like this post? Who is going to find something to hate about a stray cat being saved from the water?
Shahir
and internet people.
The internet. Aren't you so done with the internet?
I'm just, we've posted a couple of posts recently that are overwhelming positive, and it's obviously it's the state of the internet, because you always have these keyboard troll warriors finding something negative to say and something that's so positive, and you're like, how? It's a stray cat being saved. How can you find negativity in this?
You would think, right? After the pandemic, people have become more nurturing, nicer, empathetic, sympathetic, but no, literally not. Like the comments, like I'll give it to you.
Well, in this one, there is a lot of positive comments.
Do you want to read the cheeky ones?
There's one cheeky one, and it's like, but why are you saving why not only cats and dogs? What about the other animals that you could be saving? And it's very much that internet question of, like, if you say you like orange, someone's like, yeah, but what about peach? Peach is a shade of orange. It's neutral. Do you not care about peach? And you're like, but I'm just saying I like orange. I could like peach too.
Yeah.
Can I just make a clarification on this video? We're not saying we only like cats, or we only want to save stray cats.
Yes.
If there was any other animal in the water, we'd want to save that too, right?
Of course, and I think these people would, but for them, at that point, it was only the cat, which they did end up saving. It is something to applaud. It is quite commendable. But of course, you find losers like this on the internet. I mean, come on. Like, these trolls just sit there, like, thinking, how do we make this world a more negative place?
Do you know people who troll intentionally? Because I've met people who are like, yeah, I just added a comment here or there to stir the pot.
No, I don't know anyone.
You've never met anyone who's done that?
No, or maybe they've never told me that they've done such a thing.
Because if you see the comments on either side, and if you're ever involved in an internet sparring battle, and you're making sure you see them come out on these Facebook threads, and everyone is making sure their punctuation is perfect. Because God forbid you would have a typo in an internet sparring match. And then you have people like this.
You lost.
Unfortunately, educate yourself as to 2006 when the laws changed, and then someone just like adds in to rile them up. I kind of love it. It's great.
That's so funny. But I used to be one of those who would just like comment my opinions under posts, like way back in university, when you're just like so fiery about everything.
Naive and full of optimism to change the world.
Yeah, no. Comments are not the place to change anyone's opinions. It's just a place, like, honestly, like, for the haters, to be honest, like, it's become a place for the haters. Those who just sit at home with nothing else to do and just want to spread hate and want to make the world a negative place. That's where you find them, in the comments of posts.
You're so right. Comments are not the place to change people's opinions. If you want to change people's opinions, have a conversation. But yeah, just to clarify, the post about saving cats doesn't mean we don't love all animals.
Of course, that goes without saying. That is specifically
well, we have to say
trolls.
it. I needed to clarify that, just to be sure that everyone's aware we love all animals.
Would you save a chicken?
Would I save a chicken?
Yeah.
What's the scenario?
I don't know, I'm just giving you a random animal.
Of course. Chickens are so cute.
Would you save
not that, like,
platypus?
Obviously. If the right circumstances. I mean, if it was my life or theirs, selfishly, I'm going to save myself.
Casey.
I'm just saying, I'm being honest. You asked an honest question. Give me an honest
your
answer.
life or Goose's?
Oh, Goose. I don't know the circumstance. Stop. Don't make me think like
No,
that.
you would choose your pet.
I don't know the circumstance.
It's like, okay, this
I
or
don't
that.
know.
Okay, that's a tough spot. We'll just move on.
Tricky.
But I'll tell you one thing. If it were you or Goose and Goose had to choose, Goose would always choose the human. Just saying. That's how loyal pets are.
Probably pick myself. I don't want to think about it. I can't imagine the scenario where it's going to be me or Goose.
You would pick Goose.
Okay, let's jump in to our top stories. Thank you as always for tuning in. Our top story today, the missing girl in Sharjah has been found. And we are so delighted to bring you this news of a good news story. Social media was filled with an image of a missing girl in Sharjah, with many spreading the story about her to spread awareness. And thankfully we can share that after a thorough police investigation by Sharjah police, the girl has been found.
So the report from Sharjah police states that the girl left home voluntarily, unlike social media reports, which stated she was kidnapped. Now, police carried out an intensive investigation, and the girl was located in good health, and she's back in the safety of her own home right now.
Colonel Omar Ahmed Bou Al-Zoud, director of the Criminal Investigations Department of Sharjah Police, he called on the public specifically to not spread rumours which causes uncertainty and inaccurate stories spreading among society. This is because the story was sharing everywhere that she'd been kidnapped. And that obviously causes fear. And you can imagine, anyone with a child would just kind of put themselves in that position. And it's a scary, scary thing to be spreading in society. That, of course, is not untrue. They've done a serious investigation into this. She left the home voluntarily of her own accord. She was not kidnapped, and there's such a massive distinction between those two things. And she's been found safe, and she's a 15-year-old girl, and she's back with her family. So massive shout out to Sharjah Police for the amazing work that you do and for sharing that good news story with us.
100%. And I know how the story started with like just her family being worried as to where she was, and you can't really blame the internet for their good intentions of just wanting to spread the story, because they thought that this was something that needed attention, that she was missing. Where is she, helping a family out? But how things spiral, like Chinese whispers, and things get passed on, and you don't know the full story and all of that, and then it turns into something that's completely untrue.
Well, yeah, because I think that's such an interesting point. The intention is there to spread the message because you're fearful of a girl being kidnapped. However, we're actually spreading fear of kidnapping among society, which is, so you have to look at those. And we're constantly told whenever we get these messages, we got a lot of DMs about this story, get in touch with the authorities, check with them, ask the question, report to them, make sure they're on the case. Because in this case, we got it yesterday, we were in touch with authorities yesterday, and today we have the update that she's back with her family safe and sound, so it's great.
But happy ending to that story, and a semi-happy ending here as well. So victims of the Barsha fire thanked Dubai authorities for their prompt response. So a tragic incident took place on September 7th in Barsha Heights when a fire erupted on the 7th floor of Al Mir Tower. And the fire reportedly broke out around 8:30 p.m. and residents were evacuated before the fire spread throughout the facade of the residential tower. Now, Lovin Dubai reached out to a number of residents residing in the building and learned that tenants were content with the way that the fire was handled by local authorities. Now, tenants were in praise of the Dubai civil defense teams, who quickly arrived on the scene, extinguishing the fire shortly after.
Lovin Dubai spoke to a number of tenants. One who requested to remain anonymous shared that after the fire, shuttle buses were arranged, which shifted occupants to the Media Rotan Hotel for 2 nights. The next day, they were contacted to come and collect their important belongings from the building and documents from their homes. They waited in the lobby since they were letting everyone in, 1 floor at a time to make sure that everything was safe. They were then escorted to their flats by Dubai police. They were given strict instructions to only collect essentials such as passports, IDs, jewellery, money, and other vital belongings. You can imagine how heartbreaking that must be and how kind of surreal that must be for these residents who are going through that.
Very true. But following that, no accommodation was given after 2 days and no update from the management either. We asked, so the tenant who gave us his statement said, we asked the owner regarding the money back for this month, but we weren't getting any updates because they said they gave it to the management, and the management didn't say anything about the checks and money and all of that. But tenants were given a notice to vacate the premises by September 30th, 2022, so in a couple of days, as the property would be sealed and to undergo heavy renovations, and contracts would be redistributed. But despite the plight residents are facing as a result of the fire, they remain optimistic and grateful that authorities have promptly put out the blaze before it spread to the interiors of Al Mir Tower. and they are hopeful that circumstances will improve and are just thankful to be safe. So it's great, like just speaking to them and hearing that optimism. I mean, it's a good feeling.
We've spoken about fires before, so we just want to loop you guys in as to the common reasons for residential fires in Dubai, just in case you can potentially help to avoid a disastrous situation. So improper disposal of cigarette butts, especially when it's hot. Do not throw a cigarette butt has not been put out. Just don't even throw your cigarette butts out the window because that's gross anyway, or at the balcony. But improper disposal, smoking on your balcony, disposing of cigarettes in the garbage room, electronic connections can also lead to fires, leaving electronic appliances switched on and unattended. I don't know about you, but I have hair straighteners that I've recently started using and I'm like, are they off? Faulty wiring that could also result in short circuits is also a reason for fires in Dubai. So take note of those. Simran wrote the article yesterday and they're all on Lovin Dubai if you want to have a double check. It's common sense really at the end of the day. From our side, switch off your electrical goods. Never throw cigarette butts anywhere. Make sure they're and keep them in. I don't know what you do.
Ashtrays, I think you can get ashtrays like anywhere and everywhere like that. I think that's one of the I don't smoke, so I don't know, but I think you put out an ashtray, right? It's
I think it's the flicking when people think they're off, and then it could hit onto something.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the scary part.
Like a plant catches. Like one of the main causes of fire actually is through cigarette butts, like in the garbage room, in the balcony, like throwing it in the plants. So just be so careful, like because one small mistake can put so many lives in danger, like even with hair straighteners.
We've all seen Friends. Well, maybe you haven't. Who knows? But yeah,
Friends.
We thought it was Friends, and you think it's candles, and I'm like, I like hair straighteners and I like candles.
Yikes! But just not candles next to the curtains.
Or I've got a candle and then there's a lampshade. I need to think about it.
Ooh, yeah. You got to rethink that situation.
I think we need to be careful. And also, like, if you cook after a night out, you come home, you need to make sure that you're turning everything off, all of that, because you're tired. Gas. Yeah, just a reminder to all residents. And our thoughts are, of course, with the victims of the Barsha fire, and hope that you're able to get all your belongings out and you'll find a new home very, very soon. Speaking of new homes, Dubai's most expensive townhouse sells for a record 35.5 million dirham. Ooh. Property records in Dubai continue to soar. This time it's townhouses. So Driven Properties secured the sale of Dubai's most expensive townhouse. It's a 5-bedroom, 4,500 square foot townhouse, and it sold for 35 million dirham. And that just shows you the scope of townhouses in Dubai right now. They're really just, the prices are soaring for these kind of prestigious areas. This one in particular is located in the prestigious Villa Amalfi development, located in the highly sought after Jumeirah Bay Island.
You know, they did not lie when they said Dubai has tens of thousands of millionaires. They weren't lying.
They weren't lying. There's people there with those books to buy these nice houses.
Now that we know Dubai has so many millionaires, maybe start some initiatives, or a business that would really milk them. No.
Continue with that train of thought. What's the business?
I haven't thought of the details yet, but just
start a business to milk millionaires. Okay, property sales. Just need some properties.
Robin Hood. No. But yeah, Jumeirah Bay has outperformed every area in Dubai in terms of price growth over the past 2 years and has become one of the most desirable destinations for ultra-high net worth individuals, according to the report. And the homes have Arabian Gulf views on one side and city skyline views on the other. And Townhouse community is built around a lush private park and features a range of state-of-the-art community facilities with Bulgari Resort, Marina and Yacht Club being a short walk away.
It is a dream. Now, I've only seen the photos, haven't been there, didn't get the invite just yet. But it's a new kind of sought after area in Dubai, 35 million for a price townhouse. That's a lot of money. It kind of coincides with the recent property. Like the records are just keep on coming. So we've had most expensive villa this year, which was obviously over 100 million. We keep getting reports of the most expensive townhouse sold in this place and in this location, So if you're in high-end real estate, it's a good time to be trying to milk those millionaires in Dubai. But it also just it goes to show that while the world is kind of fearing recession, and Dubai, of course, will kind of feel that in different ways. You know, there's a lot of money being pumped into the economy in the city. There's a lot of kind of people moving here. So it's a very positive time to be in Dubai, as we're always thankful and grateful for.
Oh, 100%. Very true. But yes.
Even if we don't have the 35 million for the nice house that's beside the Bulgari Marina and Yacht Club.
Real estate. Let's just get into real estate.
I think you could be good at real estate. Do you want to try and sell me a million house? Do you want to try that role play?
No, I'm not good at improv as much as you are, but fine. Let's give it a go.
Okay, let's do a call. You call me.
Okay.
So you were calling me.
Tring.
Hi.
Hello.
Who's speaking?
Am I speaking to Casey Fitzgerald?
Who's speaking?
I'm calling from Lovin Dubai Real Estate Properties.
How did you get my number?
We have everyone's numbers on our database.
I don't remember giving you my number.
Let's skip that.
What's this in relation to?
Let's skip that conversation and move right to the point. We heard that you're looking for a villa.
Where did you hear that from?
Your Facebook searches. We get all our information provided to us by Meta.
That's really not information that you should have.
But now that we have that information, now that I know you're looking for
I think you have the wrong number here.
No, I'm pretty sure you're looking for a villa. I have looked into your bank account, and it shows how much zeros you have in there.
Why do you have that?
So let's talk about the villa. So the villa is quite fancy, located in Blue Waters Island. You know, it's like one of a kind. State facilities, Italian marble, Japanese architecture.
I want you to know that I'm recording this call because I feel like the data protection laws here have not served me.
Casey, you're not being easy. This is my first call.
Okay,
you know what?
Can I speak to your manager?
About what? About what?
He's checking my bank account details. I need to go.
You can send us an
I'm actually in the middle of a show.
Okay, that was not the most successful. You're not the easiest person to sell anything to.
I wanted you to know that I'm ready to buy, but I just wasn't going to let you have the sale.
You're ready to buy?
Yeah, why not?
That is, if I spoke
in this like imaginary world.
Okay. Okay.
Speaking of imaginary worlds,
after that disappointment, we'll talk about something that's really not a disappointment. So, a digital artist has reimagined Dubai as Pandora, the world of Avatar. Now, this is an avatar of Dubai that we have never seen or even imagined before. So this Dubai-based digital creator, Yo John Mulo, has really outdone himself with this stunning rendition of the city as Pandora, the world of Avatar. And the caption for his Avatar series reads, when James Cameron official, his Instagram handle, taught a generation it was okay to dream beyond imagination, our leaders, UAE President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed and Faza taught the same generation that with the right vision, strong heart, and no fear, all dreams can be chased, caught, and turned into reality. Now, Pandora is what you get when you interlace dreams with vision. Now, here in Dubai, impossible is nothing. Hence, Pandora unboxing in Dubai. How cool is that caption?
Incredible, but all of his works are incredible. The artist has transformed prominent landmarks around the city to a playground for the Navi, who are the sapient humanoids that inhabit Pandora. But also the creator, Joy John Mulo, has proved himself once again with this masterpiece of a series, because if you check his Instagram, he keeps dropping these super duper cool visuals of this like alternative reality. So imagine Dubai just like completely covered in lush green foliage. Foliage?
Either one, I'm okay with.
Either one. And then imagine if the UAE was covered onto this incredible snowscape. He has given us those visuals. They go viral around the world. Look, it's always like, oh, what if it was like this? Like we don't, this is not what we want, but it's just a super cool visual to see how it would look. I don't want snow here, by the way, I'm just saying.
Oh, well.
It would be so cold. Like you come into the office, it's freezing.
Okay. No, I'm good. The greenery, yes.
The greenery is so cool.
Avatar, yes.
But he removes the entire city, so it's just like the Burj, Jumeirah Beach Hotel, and then just all green. So you'd have to, get rid of all the luxuries of the no more Jumeirah spas, no more Sheikh Zayed.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just growing around the area. No, it's like, it's just growing around the area.
It looks like Ireland with the Burj Khalifa or the Burj Al Arab on the side. It literally looks like Ireland.
Maybe Ireland should take some notes. No, not Ireland, like other
architecture notes from the Burj Al Arab. Yeah, sure.
Anyway, my point was, it's like I actually want to live in this alternative reality where Dubai looks like Pandora or like is in Avatar. I don't know, it looks so sick.
I think you do.
No, it like the visuals are so
Yeah.
cool and appealing. Like I want to be an Avatar after seeing that. A Navi.
Navi. Is that how you say it?
I had to Google. No, I don't know how to say it. Maybe Navai. But like I had to Google yesterday. What were the people living in Pandora Avatar called? And I'm like Navai, Navi.
That whole like, how was that Oscar winning? And he was like, it was how many decades in the making of this movie Avatar?
10 years.
If you could suggest to the artist to create some type of a dreamscape of Dubai.
Ooh. Matrix.
I was thinking like SpongeBob.
That's so cute.
Isn't it cute?
That is actually so cute.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea, and then maybe you could include us in it. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh my god, that is actually
Or
the cutest
Teletubbies.
thing.
I don't know. You could see Teletubbies. I know, but you could actually see it.
I don't feel Teletubbies, but yeah, SpongeBob. That is the cutest thing ever. What else?
I love Patrick.
What else could we suggest to
the
Joe?
artist? Any dreamscape suggestions? So, okay, he does weather. So, for example, he does seasonal. So we can imagine he'll do autumnal at some point, fall, depending on where you're from. We'll see spring potentially with loads of leaves all over the place, which would be amazing.
Wow.
So that's weather. Then he's done Avatar, Matrix. Whereas I'm suggesting SpongeBob, maybe Teletubbies, Simpsons.
Wow.
Family Guy. It could be like a mix.
Your brain is just so colorful.
Cartoons.
Like all these interesting ideas. Simpsons genius. SpongeBob genius. No, I love it. And can we just talk about how Simpsons know everything?
Oh, yeah.
How do they just predict everything? That's so weird.
Speaking of knowing everything, Simran, you had an interview yesterday, which is smashing up the views on YouTube. Tell us about it.
Okay. So we sat down with Alia, Bhatt, Ranbir Kapoor, and Ayan Mukherjee, who is director of the movie Brahmastra Part 1 Shiva. So we interviewed the cast of the movie, and they were all like, they gave us all the scoops on why they skipped Dubai for their promotions, and the big mystery that is who is Amrita and Dave has become the next Did Katappa kill Bahubali, and you can catch all of that after this very short break.
So earlier this month, Bollywood's biggest blockbuster of 2022 released, and we are still not over it. Now, Brahmastra Part 1 Shiva has it all, from amazing graphics to a brilliant star cast and some solid magic. And right now we are joined by the star cast, Ranbir Kapoor, Alia Bhatt, and of course, the very talented director, Ayan Mukherjee. Welcome to the Lovin Dubai show.
Thank you.
So where are you guys zooming from right now?
We are at the Dharma office right now. In Andheri, Mumbai.
Oh, nice. How's the weather in Mumbai?
It's a bit gloomy.
By the time we're done with this interview, we'll get a lot of traffic going back home.
Okay. Got the hint. You want it wrapped up fast. Now, lots of rumors were there of you guys coming down to Dubai for the premiere. We really missed you guys. Didn't happen, but were those rumors true?
I think we ran out of budget. No, Ranbir's joking. I think it was part of our plan for a while. But what happened is we finished the film too late. Basically, everybody had calculated that the film would be ready. It was releasing on September 9th. The film was really ready on September 6th afternoon. Literally. So there was no time to, make the trip. We needed to be in Mumbai and we needed to go to Delhi, which is, our capital.
Yeah, but there were solid plans. And because you spoke about my outfits before this, I had got my outfit also selected and everything. But if you remember, we had put out a video saying that we're just watching the film, and that was on a Sunday. And
No, it wasn't even Sunday.
Sunday.
It was on Monday.
It was on a Monday.
And Friday, the film was released.
Yeah, so there was no time, but we would have loved to come to Dubai because whenever we come, there's always so much love and so much excitement for the movies. But yeah, for part 2.
So me and like a lot of members in the media here in Dubai, luckily we were one of the lucky few who got to watch it before it premiered to the world. And we were like, Alia and Ranbir are gonna come out any second now. Like until the very end of the movie, the credits are rolling out, and we sat till the very, very end, and we're like, it's gonna
Really,
happen,
that's
it's gonna
so,
happen.
that's such a bummer.
It was quite a bummer, but standing ovation you guys got. It was such an epic movie. And that too with a very profound message, like love, light. So I want to ask, like each of you, when you guys are in a bad place, where do you all seek for that light individually?
I think, sorry, I think at the risk of sounding too philosophical, you have to start within yourself only, right? You have to find the goodness within you, the hope. There is always hope for something positive. There's always hope for something, for a brighter future. So I think you need to find light within yourself.
So do you know the saying in Sanskrit, Atmadip Bhava? Oh, you do? What is it?
What about you, Alia?
What?
Where would you
Where
find
would
the
you
light?
Honestly, I really believe like there's anything that gives you a sense of passion and inspiration, gives you light. So whether it's a conversation with somebody that you love and trust, or just having like a really rough, like intense workout, or like just really putting all your energy and focus into work. I believe like that's the best way to sort of drown yourself in something, to get away from any kind of low down sort of pulling back feeling.
Ayan?
Well, I think, both of what they've said, the three of us think very alike. You should know this about us. We're very good friends. We've been working on this film for a long time. So I feel like what Ranbir and Alia have said is similar. Our value system and the way we think is very similar. So I feel they've answered the question for me. Within, in work, look for it in different places, in different situations.
Love that. So this movie is a lot about Hindu mythology. So what did you guys learn about Hindu mythology that you all didn't know from before while making the movie or while creating the movie?
I don't think it was so much so that there's a lot of things, like a lot of little things, of course. But I think two big things that I'd like to talk about is one, there was a lot of stuff that I knew growing up and just knew growing up in and around Indian culture, which was a part of me, but I had perhaps forgotten it somewhere. Like it had gotten shrouded in a lot of other stuff as I was growing up. So I just think like I rediscovered a lot of things about Hinduism and Hindu and Indian philosophy in general. And in general, I think I developed a much deeper connection to Shiv Bhagwan, to Lord Shiva, through the making of this film. I think in naming the film Brahmastra and naming Ranbir's character Shiva, where that began, that exploration, I think like it's just transformed something about how I, think about Lord Shiva.
Did you always envision Ranbir Kapoor as Shiva? Or did you,
Yes.
for example, the character, or from the beginning?
So far for me, in my career, it seems like I've envisioned Ranbir for all the work that I've done. So that's how it is.
Okay. Okay. So this movie, it's gotten a lot of love. Like it's an epic. It's one of the, game changers in the industry right now. So of course you get love, hate, very equal amounts of. So with the feedback, what points will you be taking and implementing it into part 2?
So we're going to take a lot of feedback, Simran. Alia, why don't you answer this question? Because I've been talking. She knows my answer. Basically, why don't you go for it?
So basically, also there's two ways to look at this, right? Like, the film is just released, it's 11 days old. I think the most important thing is right now people are going to the theater to watch the movie, and whether they're coming out with this point, that point, overall the experience is undeniable, and people are like, oh my God, it's still an experience. Like, you still need to experience it. Go watch it 3, 4, 5 times if it's possible. Like, just enjoy the experience. But I think when all of that settles a couple of months from now is when we'll actually get an actual sense of the feedback. Because initially there's a lot of conversation, especially now it's the age of information. You say this, you say that, this gets picked up, that gets picked up. But eventually the film leaves you with a feeling. You don't really think about the million things that maybe go through your mind while you're watching a movie. And I think definitely the endeavor is to take everything in, and try and sort of keep your ear very close to the ground, because also this is a very unique experience. Usually you put out a film and you're done. Now the film is over. But here, Brahmastra is a continuous story. So we can truly benefit. And there are some very interesting theories, some very interesting concepts, some very interesting feedback that's come our way that actually, if we are open enough, can really benefit us on the journey of part 2 and 3. So I think that's something that we will do, but we're going to wait a while for it to actually settle and, kind of make sense.
Very, very well said. So I'll wrap it up fast. 2 last questions. Now, any hints you can give us on who will play Amrita and Dev? And if you can't, like, what are some of the weirdest, I don't know, like, people have guests, right? What are some of the weirdest guesses you got for Amrita and Dev?
Nothing is weird. I think we all agree that any conversation around Brahmastra is good conversation. So we want people to continue to speculate. And we can't...
We'll come to it when the time feels right for it. There's nothing juicy that we can tell you about it.
After did Katappa kill Bahubali? I think the next most asked question right now is this: like, who is Amrita and Dev?
Which is great, because that Katappa, why did Katappa kill Bahubali, went on and on for a conversation until Bahubali part 2 came.
Yeah.
I think a lot of those questions will be answered soon enough when the time is right. No?
Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Have a great week and very good luck on the movie, although you don't need it.
Thank you.
Thank you.